Okay, everybody, welcome to this little bit of a roadkill extra that you're going to be getting, and that is what's getting cut, what we're keeping. This video is going to kind of go in depth to, what's going to be going on with a lot of the vehicles because I could admit, yeah, we have a lot of cars. Looking through the list, I have about 60 vehicles in the fleet, roughly. This isn't everything. Everything isn't on this list. And also, just to point out and for people to remember, everything is not final. Things can come back at some point. Things might not ever come back. Some vehicles might be sold off on a Beamng roleplay forum for selling vehicles. So I'm going to go through what we're keeping and I'll explain, kind of the long-term plans, and then we'll go into, more depth when these videos eventually come out. But basically, we have a lot of vehicles that we're keeping, but unfortunately, a lot of vehicles are getting cut. So, obviously, this list is up to date with almost everything. I think like the Covette's missing because I haven't made like a final decision about that car. There's a lot of vehicles that I haven't made a final decision about yet. And some vehicles are on this list just because that they have an upcoming episode planned, and probably after that you're not going to see them have a featured episode around them again. But yeah, just no. This isn't final. None of this is final. None of this means that the vehicle is going to be going away forever. None of this means that, you're never going to see a vehicle again. None of this means that all these vehicles will stay. But what we're keeping, the long bed, as you already know, the long bed is a projects truck that we started painting it. Going to be finishing it up soon. Little Herb, Sean's replica of his Beetle in real life. No plans with that. Sean's red Jeep is a Jeep that he's built in his own time. We have a plan for it, but I'm not confirming it yet, but you might see that eventually. General Hawk, that has plans. The Rosarsto is staying for now, and it is in an upcoming episode, along with the OG Barstow, that is also staying for now and in an upcoming episode. Twin Turbo ETKI series, no plans with it. The Blue Buck Beater, it needs a little bit of work, but other than that, the vehicle's pretty good. Brutus needs a lot of work. It can be a way better burnout car. Plus, I'd like it to cruise a little bit better. The ramp truck does everything well. There's no plans with it. I know I said that I might swap a diesel into it, but for now, the ramp truck is low priority. Farm truck, that's what we picked up on the ramp truck. Um, there is a plan with it. Don't know when that's going to happen. The Drift Marshall, that's the drift car that we just recently built, that has a plan and that will be very soon. The muscle truck, nothing planned with it. It's pretty good right now. It's a great drag truck. It's going to stay. The Dominator, it has plans. The Burnside, it has plans. The Tow Pig, which is one of Sean's tow vehicles, there's no plan. The Not Give a Shit, I think you saw that in the 4-part finale. So, no plans with that, but, you never know when you'll see it again. It's one of Sean's vehicles. The Jeepster, as you see in these screenshots, the plans have already, there it is on screen now, the Jeepster. Yeah, the plans have already been initiated with it. Freak Show, we have a plan for Freak Show. The Super B, there's no plans. Personal car of mine, it's not going anywhere. Cop car, no plans. It's in pretty good condition. Crusher Moonhawk, no plans with it. Might do something cool with it eventually. Might try to make it do longer burnouts. Bull-Eyed Cart, there is some plans with it. Don't know when. The Claphawk, one of Sean's vehicles, there are plans with that. The Rally Hawk, it's in an upcoming episode. The Rotson, no plans with it. It's in pretty good condition. Bob, it's pretty good. Might do more work to it, might not. Not very final on it because you can't really go very far with these, the T series. The Rambulance, pretty standard tow vehicle. Might swap a better diesel into it eventually, but there's nothing planned with it. Tony Fettuccine, you'll be seeing that soon, and something that hasn't been announced yet. But you know, if you go over to Instagram, you'll see. Usually whenever I'm doing shit, I usually put a post about it, and then whenever a video is coming out, I put a post up relatively a week before or around when it's coming out. But yeah, you'll be seeing the Tony Fettuccine soon. The Wagon, it has a planned episode. The Sean Burst, which is Sean Burst 2.0. It's an old vehicles Sean that I rebuilt for him for his birthday. And the Red Impala with the big block Chevy. Nothing planned with it. But yeah, that's everything that we're keeping. And now that's not every vehicle. Just note that that's not every single vehicle. There might be a vehicle that I'm missing here and there. But what we're not keeping. The Skull Basher, I got no ideas for it. We supercharged it. It's one of my most popular videos. I don't know what I could do with the Skull Basher. Maybe do a demolition derby with it and send the car out, like it was built to do. The blown Cornet that's going to get parted out, I destroyed that at Roadkill Live. I hated that car. It was fun to drive as a burnout car, but I'm taking the motor out of it and we're going to resurrect it eventually. We're going to resurrect it, but in a different shell. The Rally Cornet, that's gone. I started to restore it to make it something cool, but never panned out. The Ranchero, it's broken. It doesn't have a fuel tank. It's probably never going to come back. Power Wagon, I got no ideas for it. It's one of my personal trucks, but I'm keeping it. It's not going anywhere. Twisted Mayhem, same fate. No ideas. Transmission sucks. The Junk Vet, that thing's gone. It's terrible. The 383 and the 440 Cornets, junkyard. The Plymouth 318, junkyard. Most of Sean's Jeeps. Sean has a couple of Jeeps. We're going to be parting them out, but you'll see what's going to be going on soon, hopefully. Regency, no ideas, but we're keeping the Regency. I can't get rid of that. Iris, an old drag car of mine. I'm going to part it out, and I'm going to rebuild something similar to it. I want to have a beater that can, like a nice patina type of beater. Or I don't know, or maybe use Iris's shell to make a beater out of something. But yeah, no, Iris, we're parting that car out. Harry Junk, that thing's been gone for a very long time. Double car, we're ditching it. As much as I want to do more with it, it doesn't have the potential really. The 6-pack Caldera, that's broken. The mod's broken, and that was given to Sean a long time ago, but that's going. The Passerupra, which is an old one, we still have it, but it's a shell sitting. Everything got parted out of it, but I don't know. I've been thinking about it recently. Maybe we'll have it come back. Might. I don't know. The Crapice, it's still at Sean's. That's his decision if he wants to get rid of it or not. Hornesto, sitting at Sean's since I gave it to him, but I took it back since we kind of fixed it. But that's sitting at Sean's broken, kind of. And the Army truck, that's probably a truck that you've never seen, actually. But yeah, that's sitting, no plans with it. The truck has never really had a set direction. But yeah, that's mostly the list. Now, just, remember, I'm emphasizing this. Nothing's final, obviously. We're gonna have some of these cars still. A lot of them are gonna go. One or two of them might be sold on that Beamng form. But as of right now, as of for 2020, that's what we're going to be keeping and what we're cutting off of the show. At least for both the main, series and the projects series. But yeah, nothing's ever final. Things can come back. Things can be resurrected from the dead, as we know. So you never know. You never know what can happen. But yeah. So that's just to clear up everything. I know I've mentioned it to a couple people now. I've mentioned it on Instagram that we're getting rid of some vehicles, but yeah. But this is the video that you've been waiting for. Um, I'm not going to accept any protests with this, by the way. If I'm cutting a vehicle, it's final. I want to make room for new shit. And doing this already and having this list almost finalized is allowing me to do something that I've been working my ass off on for the past couple of days now. And you'll hopefully be seeing that in March. At least, a lot of it's been recorded. You can see some sneak peeks of what I've been doing and, of what's to come. And there might be more that I'm going to do eventually that you're going to see, but yeah. But here's your little inside information about what's keeping and what's going. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.